CIA simply couldn't resist. They hired me while I was taking a piss. All my secrets will now be yours. Through my book available in stores. The CIA will try to claim it's nothing but lies.
Welcome to the Dog Zone, Secret Man Podcast, Episode 3 of a two-part secret series. If you haven't listened to parts 1 and 2, congratulations. You are a risk walker, a listener between worlds, unafraid of the unknown, and our ninja clan may have use of someone such as yourself. I'm Seanbaby, and if you have chosen, you should have just heard a ninja gong. My partner is already behind you. He has only one last mission, hunting the last survivor of the first place Hunk Shidoshi clan. He's Robert Brockway.
I've definitely fully heard the gong, everybody. Here's a Brockway fact. I can kill a man using only a CIA-issued sex brush, and he'll like it.
I have no follow-up questions. I received the same training. Our guest was recorded on ancient forbidden cameras to win the world record for fastest karate with death blow. She's author and game designer Merritt K. Welcome back.
Hey, earlier today I walked down to my mom's apartment and there was a paint chip of Navajo white on the fridge and I spun around, but it was too late. I was already dead.
Navajo white gets you every time.
Yep.
Was Frank Dux the fridge the whole time?
He could have been. He could have been.
He was every pair of socks in your mom's house.
Son of a bitch.
We're reading more from The Secret Man, the very true and actual memoirs of Frank Dux, the life liver of the true story film Bloodsport. This is obviously the most important book and podcast about book to ever be. But first, like our senseis taught us, we must plug. Merritt, where can people find more from you?
Well, I write for a website called 1-900-HOT-DOG, which if you're listening to this, you might have heard of it. It's very funny. And I also have my own newsletter type thing, which I started about 10 years after the newsletter craze began. Mm-hmm. And that's at patreon.com/Merritt K. Like a lot of them are free. Some of them are not free. And yeah, it's a good time. I posted a bunch of fake tweets about Jimothy, that weird raccoon today. And people thought they were real. So,
oh, those you made them up. That's good.
Oh, I made those up. Yeah, no.
Okay.
The stuff about people talking about how Jimothy is like a failure of feminism, and how Jimothy just using Jimothy to sell their femboy race sex videos. Yeah, that was all.
That was the most real one. The femboy one was the most real.
What's scary though? What's scary though is like that it could be real though, right? Like, isn't that kind of fucked up that like it could be real?
Of course, yeah. We've been living in that world for 25 years now, where it's just like, yeah, it's fucking, there's no way to know if something extremely stupid is fake or not. Mm-hmm, and then you meet the person who said it and you're like, I still don't know. And then they get elected president. You're like, I still don't know what I think he might be fucking around.
I really hope I get on Snopes again for this one. I once was in a Snopes article because I posted that Biden was going to place voting restrictions on blue checks on Twitter. And Snopes was like, actually, this is not true. It's like, oh, damn, you guys got me. You got me.
Did they have to do the mitigating language? They're like, as far as we know.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. Where they're like,
yeah.
I would have probably known that one was fake, or that the person who said it was lying, which again is just a different kind of fake that you have to get all this context to decipher. Anyway, Brockway, we're living in a broken world. Where can people find more from you?
I'm on another podcast called Big Feats. It says here, you?
That makes sense.
I can't be. Are you Sean? Is this Sean?
Yeah, hi.
Also, Jason Pargin. Wow, these are some big names. These are some big names I'm on a podcast.
Star-studded podcast.
The podcast, we're having a lot of fun. People still tell me they enjoy it. The show where we podcast about mountain monsters has become an unwatchable dog shit slog to the death.
Yeah,
to the
it's
very
becoming
death.
Real work. There's so much joy in what we do for a living, and then we get to fucking Big Feet's prep. I'm like, oh, this is like being a plumber. This fucking sucks. I'm at work.
But it's almost over. There's only like 5 episodes left or something like that. And then Big Feats will have covered all of Mountain Monsters. we'll maybe do like an episode on their like behind the scenes show thing, and then we're gonna start a new podcast. Probably still called Big Feats, but it's going to be about the rival shows that have spun off and the drama behind them.
That'll bring the joy back.
That right? It has to.
Yeah,
it has to. So just stick with us. 5 more episodes. You're committed.
It only took us 7 years to pivot to YouTube drama, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
In media terms, that's really hanging in there.
You're right. That's going to be. I think it's worse. It's Facebook drama.
Yes,
because they're very old.
Jeff started he got one episode on that that television platform that turned out to be Nazi run
on like a self-publishing podcast platform that almost exclusively platformed borderline and possibly not borderline Nazis.
Yeah,
and he did not quit because of the Nazi thing.
I think at a certain age, that's just your everyday politics. He made the trains run on time, right, fellas? Like, that's the kind of thing you just say.
We'll get to it. You should be looking forward to when we get to Sons of Appalachia and Monster Mondays, which are the spin-off shows, because that's when it's going to get fun again. Just stay with us.
I still have fun hating the show with you guys.
Yeah, the podcasts are still good. It's just, it's rough. It's rough to watch. And some of the people will watch along with us. And I'm just telling those people that are watching along with us, like, I know.
Yeah.
I know. We know.
It's almost like we're all brothers and sisters in our pain. You know, we're in the trenches together in a lot of ways. We're the real heroes.
And that's it. That's my plug.
Oh, it's a great plug. We're talking about Frank Dux, and we're still in chapter 3. We're talking about him getting recruited. And I don't know if he's clear on how old he is here, but he probably in his very early 20s or maybe even in his late teens. And he's being recruited into the CIA from nowhere, as far as I can tell. Like, I think he might have had some military service at this point. It doesn't matter. None of it is probably true. Sorry, spoilers. This man is full of shit.
What? Hold on. What's the point of this podcast then, if this is all lies?
Well, I think there's going to be another twist that it turns out to all be true later. Like, we'll get Frank Dux on the podcast, episode 45, and he'll come on and he'll explain why all these inconsistencies happened.
I bet if we keep doing this long enough, he will.
We'll at least get a letter from someone claiming to be his lawyer, for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Let me just jump back in. We had just a little bit left in chapter 3 before we move on. I was in my prime, about as fit as a human being could be, a martial arts expert, and one of the fastest men alive when it came to reacting on a moment's notice. I could have picked up this feeble, out-of-shape old man with one hand and dashed him against the marble wall with enough force to kill him instantly, but physical force does not.
That's the first thing I think when I see a senior citizen, like, anywhere.
Yeah. Also, just like this fucking anime ass fantasy of just like picking someone up with one hand, just smashing them like through the tiled wall.
Every time I see an old man, I'm like, I could fist a North Star this guy into bone dust. Fucking old piece of shit.
It's one of the most common ways old people die is in a bathroom by just some random karate guy sizing them up and one-shotting them. Like, oh, my grandpa died. What did he die of? He got one-shotted in the men's room.
Somebody sized him up and realized his karate was weak.
He was down to 3 HP. Like, the guy couldn't not get the experience, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. He just had poor impulse control.
That's the thing about getting old. You got so little HP, but so much experience.
That's true. He carries all that experience with him. All those marriages, all those snacks that he ate through the decades.
Every time you bash an old person to death, it's like defeating a loot goblin in like a looting game. Just prizes and experience firing out of them in every direction.
Fucking town portal back and dump it in your bank and come back. That's how much loot is on that old man. All right. Physical force does not necessarily equal real power, as I well knew from my training. No matter what he looked like, Bill Casey possessed the power of authority. Not just the authority of his position, but an internal confidence that differentiates men of his type from all others. He exuded the sense that what he said went, and that he expected his orders to be carried out with exactness. Somehow that interior force of personality overrode the outer image of the tired, sagging face and body, creating an impression necessary to maintaining a certain type of authority. He exuded the message, "Don't mess with me or you'll regret it."
I love that he recognizes what actual confidence looks like and that he doesn't have it.
Yep. He's like, why am I not beating this man to death? Oh, right. He's so cool.
He's actually confident in his position. Some men have that. I don't know what it's called.
He's done ninja training by this point, right?
Yeah, that's how he knew that people with authority should be respected.
Right. Because he was like
Exactly.
15 and he pleased the ninja masters with his skills.
Uh-huh.
Right.
We haven't
Has he
covered that
stolen
yet.
the sword? He's stolen the sword. He's become a little French child and stolen the sword.
He does talk about that in the book, but the numbers are all wrong. The movie Bloodsport did not get it perfectly right. We'll get to it. We're probably, it's about 4 pages from here, so we'll get there in 9 episodes.
I remember when who was it? Sean, was it you who was saying like, "Oh, we can't do this. So, like, there's not enough material for
Sean
like a
thought
whole."
this was going to be a 3-parter. I think he even said that in like the first episode. Like, it'll probably be 2 or 3 parts.
Probably 2 or 3 parts.
We'll get through
And
the
then,
rest today. Everybody, don't worry.
We've almost read a third of a page. I really think we're on pace to get through it today.
Sorry. Here, I'll.
I'm in no rush. Like what the fuck what was our last? We were talking about Knight Rider episodes. There's not like an urgency to our podcast. I don't think.
If we could pause for just a second, because we optimistically, by we I mean Sean, thought this was going to be a 2 or 3-parter. We didn't know immediately at the start, but we have. Here's my real plug. Go check this out on our YouTube channel, and you will find an incredible video intro that we did not have done for the first 2 parts, which is why I'm only mentioning it now. By our own Jamie. Love you, Jamie. The things that she did to sell this incredible video opening and outro and songs from Zach from Oral Knots, an amazing song that you would have listened to 3 times by now, but we just commissioned it. So thank you to all those people, and go check them out. Yeah,
jam all over her feet. Probably the
I was saving that as a surprise.
Okay. Well, Jamie, cut that.
If you need incentive, she jammed up those feet.
Cut the foot stuff, Jamie, like you always do.
She'll never do that.
Okay, so Casey tells the other spy guy to get the fuck out because he's stinking the place up because he's wearing too much cheap cologne. Okay, so now
like spies do. They love to stand out with their cologne selections.
Okay, so now he wants Frank to get his hands dirty so he doesn't have to wash his again. Yeah, that's word for word. I'm not trying to make that sound awesome. Everything this guy says is awesome. He's like that Colonel Troutman from Rambo, where he just kind of pops up and says something rad. Okay, so he's like, think he can live with that? And then Frank answers, sure, I answered, without even thinking. He appeared rather sleepy, but this was one sleepy bear you didn't want to anger. He possessed
sleepy bear. Sleeping bear.
And then he goes off again about this guy's confidence. Inner determination, a hell of a lot of money, and the position of the director of an agency associated with power, both licit and illicit. He stared at the 2 urinals. Now who the hell could use this thing, he growled, at the one only about 10 inches above the floor. He turned to me. I want you mean and nasty, to everyone but me. He gave my face a more intent look, almost as if he were annoyed at what he saw. And if this job materializes, this will be the last time we meet, that you're not in disguise. Understand? I don't just mean your face either. Of course. You'll be hearing from me. Or you won't, the DCI mumbled as he headed for the door, abruptly terminating our interview. I started after him, but Mr. Suit re-entered and blocked my exit. Not quite yet, Tinkerbell, he said.
Not just your face, so the dick? He has to disguise the dick?
I think that's what he's implying.
Can we start with, I'm going to need your hands dirty so I don't have to wash them again? He's asking you to hold his dick while he pees, right? Like we can all agree that's what that was.
I would have taken it that way, yeah.
There's no other way to take it when an old man asks you that in a bathroom. Please believe me, I don't want to go into how I know. Also, the director of the CIA had never seen a children's urinal. Who the hell? What the fuck is this for?
So fucking mad at it.
Jockeys.
Some sort of tiny person?
Yeah, it's for people with long dicks, dumbass. Jesus.
Also, you have to be your whole body must be in disguise every time we meet from now on. How will I know when we meet? I better fucking not. I better have no idea.
I love it so much that he hasn't even taken the job yet, and he's already got like an assignment to always wear a disguise from now until the end of time. It's just fucking incredible.
Are the FBI agents calling him Tinkerbell because they know his cool secret name, or just because that's the kind of guy he is? They're just making like an assumption on the fly. Because wasn't it they called him Tinkerbell because he makes men fly or something like that? It's just
that was just homophobia. I think that's all that was.
That's what I'm asking. Was this homophobia? Or
he's writing the whole story, so he's technically calling himself Tinkerbell, and then trying to backpedal. I don't know.
That's so wild to call yourself to imply that they're just calling you like a homophobic name and then backpedal to be like, no, but it was because I was really cool. You wrote the whole thing though.
Yeah, have him call you Awesome Guy. Oh, you're Awesome Guy because you're so awesome. And here's a cupcake.
Blade Slasher of the Night Patrol is what they call
Even when
me.
you're holding a cupcake, we don't call you Cupcake. You're Awesome Guy holding Cupcake.
He forgets in a chapter, has somebody call him Cupcake.
They call me Cupcake because I kill guys with cupcakes. The world record for most fastest cupcake. Not long after my meeting with Casey, I received a call from Ames. The boss liked you, he told me. Then just keep in mind, Frank Dux said like 3 words to him while he was peeing in a children's urinal. Like a stand-up guy.
You didn't shame him. You didn't shame him for not knowing about the children's urinal. He liked that.
The boss liked you, he told me. How about coming to D.C. to discuss full-time employment possibilities? I don't need to remind you not to tell anyone where you're going, like I just did. He chuckled. Guess I'd never make a good spy. My dad always told me I'd be lousy in the business, but I guess it runs in the blood, I answered. Until the blood runs. Your tickets at the airport under the name of...
Yeah, did he really?
That's how everybody talks in this book.
Until the blood runs. All that. It wasn't really an action scenario, though. Like, this is on the phone.
Yeah. You know what, Mom? Blood like my dad's genetics. Right. Like the genetics squirting out of... Oh, you know what? Cut that one too, Jamie. Stop it right there and cut it. Your ticket's at the airport under the name of Williams. You can arrange ID in that name to pick up the ticket, right? A neat little test of my resourcefulness. No problem, I answered. Bon voyage, sucker. I immediately went to work. First, I obtained a certified copy of a birth certificate through the Hall of Records in the name of Williams, of course. That took me the better part of the morning, which left the afternoon in which to show up at the Department of Motor Vehicles to get a temporary license as Mr. Williams. Yeah, no, this is what he did. At home, I created a laminated college picture ID just for insurance.
You don't. That's not how any of that works, though. You don't just go and get a new one made at the official place. That's not how you make a fake. That's not what they do in the movies.
You just stuff some cotton in your cheeks so you look like a different dude. You say, "Hi, William. I locked my ID at the toilet."
There was a small urinal. It was the whole thing.
Yeah, you get it.
You just go to the official place and ask for a new identity.
Yeah.
You go to the place where they hand out birth certificates, and they're like, "Hey, a new one, please."
What year is this?
96.
Wait, what? This is happening in 1996?
Oh, he wrote the book in 96.
No.
God, this must have taken place in 70.
Yeah,
maybe,
so
maybe the 60s.
There's no computers. This is like the period when you can just like do things like this. Like this is one of the few things that I feel like could have happened. You could have just been like, I'm from the next town over and I lost my ID. Can you give me a new birth certificate?
Oh yeah, what's your name?
Yeah, name? Williams.
Blade Duster of the Night
Patrol. Williams, and that's my first name. Williams.
Don't put Tinkerbell. You're writing Tinkerbell. I can see
damn it,
Tinkerbell.
Okay, Fine. I'm Tinkerbell Williams, but that's because I'm so cool. And so, before I even had time to get back to the idea, I was off to meet Ames in Washington, wondering what in the hell I'd gotten myself into. It was the same thought I'd had when I'd lost my virginity. Now I'd reached a similar turning point, the beginning of another loss of innocence.
Does it have to sound so like, was it that hurtful when you lost your virginity?
Yeah, like, so there's two possibilities. One is like, okay, well, Ames is gonna fuck him. And the other is that, yeah, like having sex the first time was like a terrifying, mysterious experience. Yeah.
As it was for all of us. Am I right? Am I right, everybody? I don't see a lot of hands.
Well, I hope to one day, sir.
Does it count if you just hold the dick of an old man in the bathroom as he urinates?
That counts as hand stuff,
Yeah,
which counts.
100%.
Yep. So that was chapter 3. He equated getting a fake ID with losing his virginity and had a whole lot of toilet details.
Why was it a test of his resources if you can just go to the hospital and be like, hey, a Hall of Records, be like, new one, please. They didn't think I'd have the resources to get downtown.
It's 2 buses. You have to transfer.
I used my own transfer like a big boy. So now we're going to start chapter 4, Casey's Echo.
We did it. We made it chapter 4.
We did it. We're in chapter 4. Just like 17 more to go. We got this. We'll finish this today. He stared in the other direction, not looking at me as I sat down beside him. His eyes seemed lost in the distance. Still, at this close proximity, I could feel a magnetism that seemed to emanate from some powerful source of energy deep inside of him. My anxiety, momentarily allayed at a distance, now returned. "Hello, Frank," he said, still not looking at me. His voice was raspy and gruff, surprisingly tense, perhaps due to the cold. "Don't look so shocked. I know you were expecting someone else, perhaps Ames, but you'll have to deal with surprises if you work for me. Anyway, I'll cut the small talk and get down to business. I've got an offer for you, son, one I think you'll find very interesting." He had yet to look at me.
Hold on. He promised they would never meet again unless he was in full costume. So is he like dressed like full head to toe as a clown or something right now?
This isn't Ames. It's like some other guy, right?
This is a guy he hasn't named yet, who just somehow can see him without looking at him and knows who he is.
Okay. I guess I assumed how many old man dicks has he held at this point? I thought it was just one. That's on me.
Looks like 11. There's a pattern here that Frank Dux talks about his father a lot, but seems to impose a lot of father figure status on these other men he encounters as like these magnetic, charismatic, like confident.
Yeah, there's a pull deep inside of him. Like, that's the shit you don't say about a CIA handler.
It is really weird.
That's a weird thing to say. Like if you put that on your report to your handler, he'd be like, hold on, what's this part about there being a magnet inside of me drawing you in? Is that really part of it?
I don't know. I'm not a therapist, but this page is just, I held daddy's penis in my hand, written over and over and over.
And he wouldn't look at me. He would not look at me.
He's the 2 spies sitting side by side, like not looking at each other, is such like a 60s, 70s spy thing. Yeah. I feel like I'm kind of surprised that he doesn't have someone like holding a newspaper with eye holes cut out on a park bench.
It's fully like a Ready Player One of like a Gene Hackman movie. If Ready Player One was written by someone who just really liked old heist movies.
Yeah, they're doing the pointing away from each other scene, except for one of them has really hurt feelings about it.
Right.
Except for Gene Hackman's like, why aren't you looking at me? What's going on?
Are you mad at me?
Are you mad?
What's with your magnetic pull? Why am I in love with you? But not like that, like a daddy.
I would watch Gene Hackman do all of this.
"You see, son," he continued, "I know a lot about you from Forsman's files. You're a real piece of work. Of course, my code is never to trust anyone completely, and that's part of where you come in." I wondered just how much he actually knew. "I know it all," Casey continued. "The Marines, never doing a real military tour of duty, never attending any of the required military occupational skills schools, never serving the necessary..." You know what he's doing here, don't you?
Yes, I do.
You're a loose cannon, damn it.
No, he's doing like, this is the reason why you can't look any of this up.
Oh, I see.
Of course, Forsman made sure you got special warfare training and performed clandestine operations from inside. You've got the training. Forsman's sharp son of a bitch, and you can bet he covered his ass with you. Ames managed to ferret you out, or else I'd have never known you existed. Me, head of the fucking CIA. But I like the fact that you're unorthodox, and I don't mean your religion. That's exactly what makes you most valuable to me.
The fact that you're not fucking orthodox. We wouldn't be talking if you were. Even if it was just a costume that you pulled up in.
The Eastern Orthodox, too big, the hats, it's sneaking around. It's not practical. So
I love that he built all of this is why you can't look it up in there.
It's so fucking
But
good.
also just the general idea of somebody doing an exposition dump in a biography. Like you,
right.
this is your life. This is the exposition dump, the book that you're doing right now. You don't need a guy.
Yeah. He's like trying to hide it in the dialogue. And it's
But
so
you can just write
funny.
it down.
Because by this point, this story had been like very debunked. Like Bloodsport had been out for 7 years. Even when they published the article back in the whatever it was, the 80s, it was kind of like, look, we can't verify all this, but it's pretty fucking rad, right? And you know, at the Bloodsport rap party, they're all making jokes about Frank Dux being a real spy because they all knew he was full of shit. So at this point, people were asking questions like, how did you go to Vietnam at 14 years old? And how did you become the master ninja? Why were you doing MMA combat in 9 years old? Like, this is crazy. And he's like, oh, because, right. Like, also, there's no record of you in the Marines. Right. Because it was secret Marines.
Well,
So
I'll
that's
let the
him.
head of the CIA answer that. What's that? You can look up who that was at the time? Oh, no.
Oh, and he looked at people when he talked to him. Oh, that really fucks my story up. So he's already on rumor control and image control way back in 1996.
As he will be for the rest of his fucking life.
For the rest of his life, he will never let one of his obviously debunked lies go undefended. What a genius. On page 26, this is how far in we've gotten.
Out of how many pages?
About 29. We're almost done.
No, like total.
like total.
Book.
Like 300 something. I was joking. I mean, we have a ways to go, but this is all important. I want you to see how he got recruited.
I could not agree more.
How can one be dishonorable and maintain one's honor? Perhaps that dichotomy is why more Marine veterans of my generation would die by their own hands than were killed in the Vietnam War, not to mention those who preferred to kill themselves slowly with alcohol or drugs. Casey coughed as if he was gargling gravel. I want you to become an echo, son, if you will. Sounds romantic, doesn't it? Well, I won't bullshit you. I need someone who can survive out in the cold. Less than 10% of the covert ops at the level I've got in mind for you can survive in the cold for the duration of a career. Oh, you'll face all the regular challenges of your glamorous spies, risking torture or imprisonment in some other country, or the usual dangers, or playing with weapons and blowing your own ass off. But you'll run the additional risk of being accidentally taken out by your own side, and nobody will ever publicly own you. You beginning to get the idea, son?
Yeah, got it. The handler has a magnetic pull. He's assigning him romantic names. He wants to publicly own him. This would be a we re-release this with like a little romanticy spin. This would be a big hit.
Oh yeah, make one of them a velociraptor, maybe. The next several pages, he just says over and over that this guy needs a spy for the spies, someone beyond the law, except for him. So he rewords it probably 5 times. It's kind of insane. There's more retconned excuses. Like at one point he says he needs someone too young to make sense. Like I need someone who's secretly a bunch of stuff that didn't work out on any timeline and people caught you. And so now what I need is an 11-year-old sex machine. That's what I'm looking for, son. Wait, I should have put that in. Change the wording on that a little, Frankie.
Does he use the exact words? I need you too young to make sense?
No. That's like my paraphrasing.
Okay.
But he does. He says something very, very close to that. You know what? It doesn't matter. But he is. I can find the exact word.
This exposition dump is just
Uh,
seething with sexual tension.
finding it. It doesn't matter.
I was just thinking though that I need you too young to make sense is just, man, that's like a hell of a Led Zeppelin lyric. It's real.
Yeah.
There's
That's
romancing a 14-year-old in the 70s somewhere.
Yeah, that's a Warrant song. So went my second meeting with Bill Casey. One of many such encounters, always in secret and outside usual channels. Casey didn't trust anyone, but I believe he trusted me to a greater extent than anyone else. Perhaps because he knew I wasn't a career man and didn't care about power and prestige within the system. He was a maverick himself, and he respected that quality in me. More importantly, perhaps, he felt that the link between us enabled him to anticipate my actions and reactions, and to a large extent, he was correct. He also knew that I operated under the moral codes inherited from my father and Tanaka-sama, my martial arts instructor. Anyone with a moral code is vulnerable because one's reactions are consistent with that code. A skillful judge of character, Casey definitely possessed the ability to read people. His keen eye could always anticipate the responses of someone who would not waver from his personal code. Knowing where one stands with another individual is perhaps the closest one can come to a sense of trust, particularly in the business of espionage. Casey never knew the full extent of my beliefs, and I doubt that he could completely understand them, but I believe he sensed that my background would save me from the miserable fates of so many of my associates: chronic depression, alcoholism, drugs, and suicide. Some became hooked on the adrenaline rush and then acted without conscience. Someone without a conscience can never be trusted. In addition, the pursuit of monetary gain contaminated the ideals expressed in John Kennedy's pronouncement, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." Agents such as CIA turncoat Aldrich Ames, who, at the pinnacle of his career, found government pay and patriotic ideals insufficient for his ambitions, have become, I fear, the prototypes for the agency's image.
So he's the best operative because he works outside of a moral code, but
Yes.
he's so trusted because he works with such a strict moral code, unlike his rogue agents.
It was a long passage, not as funny as the others, but I want you to understand his philosophy is so goddamn stupid and inconsistent, even from sentence to sentence, that I wanted you to know that about the man. Also, he says he is 19 when this is all happening. So
it was legal when Casey put his hand in me and worked me like a puppet. It was all above board. God damn it!
He's being recruited to be like the ultimate authority for like a system and a network of spies. Mm-hmm. He's the spy to spy on all the spies.
He's a ninja and a super spy, is what you're saying.
He's the spy, but not the way you're thinking.
Both. Right. He's like a beekeeper, kind of.
He's a lot like a beekeeper and a glitter boy.
The bees and the glitter. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's hard to explain.
So he talks a bit for how he's Jewish, but like not that Jewish. Like he does some Yom Kippur every now and then, but his family's like not that into it.
They explicitly forbade him from being too Jewish.
This will change drastically later.
There's a site that sort of like, I guess it like checks people who claim to be Jewish, like sometimes because they're lying or whatever.
Okay.
Stolen valor for Jews. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a page on Frank Dux, and it's like, Frank Dux, unfortunately, is indeed Jewish.
Yeah.
Like the people on the side are like, oh man, look, this guy.
They're like,
we don't want him on our team, but yeah.
Of all the things to lie about, this is not one of them.
Like, if you want him, you can have him.
But even his faith is inconsistent, because sometimes he is extremely meaning like he'll fight you to the death for like saying something anti-Semitic or something he perceives as anti-Semitic, versus like, I don't know all this Jewish. We eat the challah bread. I don't fucking know. All right, but here he says later, speaking of his Jewish faith. Later, after discovering it, another drill instructor made a point of my Jewishness through unwarranted punishments of sit-ups and push-ups and squats and bends. The platoon was incited to detest my presence. Overnight, my stature diminished from platoon guide, the recruit's platoon leader who carries the flag and sets the cadence for marching, to a can't do nothing right scapegoat. I took the abuse because I knew the temporary nature of my presence and the importance of maintaining my cover. Little by little, though, the abuse wore through. One Sunday, I refused to bow my head in prayer during the Christian religious service I was forced to attend, an action resulting in a blanket party.
I woke with a blanket covering my head and fists beating my face and body from behind the anonymity of cover. When I lashed out, as much from instinct as anything, several recruits were injured. So...
While you were out whining and dining and partying, I was studying the blanket
style
kung fu.
So this is Marine boot camp, and he's like, I held the flag when we did our marches. That's
one time for one day.
It sounds like hall monitor shit to me. And then he's like, and then they started making fun of me because I wasn't a Christian. And then, of course, he injured everybody. But I think the important point is he is already a super spy. And then they put him in Marine boot camp for, like, as far as I could tell, no mission.
That would actually compromise him if you need him outside of the system. So the first thing we're going to do is get you in that system. You need to learn. Look, you're a savage force, but you really need to do a lot of push-ups.
Yeah, that's the key. And then I think he quit the Marines. And that's when he became a super spy. I don't know. Some of the details aren't explained in the book, obviously, because a lot of people would have to be killed because of the spy stuff.
It's weird how it doesn't make sense. It's weird how it doesn't make sense and it doesn't line up at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like even by its own internal logic. I wonder if there's a reason for that. Like, can you have an unreliable narrator in an autobiography?
I bet that happens a lot, actually.
Yeah, could be.
Boot camp in 1975 seemed little more than an opportunity for career Marines to pump up their own egos. No longer were the principles of honor and a devotion to a code of ethics instilled in recruits.
So that's why I had to drop out.
Yes.
That's all of this.
But instead, recruits were encouraged to become hostile and mindless hoodlums. Early morning training runs took place to such songs as My Lie, All Right, Kill Grandmothers, Kill Grandfathers, Kill Babies, Oorah! I shuddered to think of the similarities between such chants and the stories I had heard concerning the Nazi SS.
That's a real catchy song that they sing.
Yeah.
Kill grandmothers.
It's got a real beat for you to sing it while you're marching.
Hoorah.
What?
Now, this is a strange take on Marine boot camp because they are making soldiers. They're taking normal human beings, young boys, and turning them into killing machines.
Sure.
And whatever. Like my brother, when he came back from Marine Corps boot camp, probably told everyone for about 2 months straight that he could kill them with objects in his eye line. He'd be like, "Oh, you see that salt shaker? I'll kill you with that fucking salt shaker." And he meant it with such sincerity, and it was adorable and insane. It's just what they do, and it'd be weird for him to look at that and say, "You know what they should have done is taught us like ethics and philosophy," because that's what makes a good soldier. If you have 10,000 guys all like doing their best to live their best life and like take care of their mental health, you know what I mean? That's how you execute big military maneuvers. Anyway, I think everyone sees my point that it's clownish to take half a Marine Corps boot camp and then be like, I think they kind of made those kids violent. I think, you know.
They made those kids too violent, says me, the guy who killed 700 people in a martial arts tournament.
Yes. Not long after my warning that if the current practices continued, someone would certainly die. Someone did. Under the eyes of his drill instructor, an exhausted recruit sustained a series of fatal blows to the head in a pugil stick match, despite the heavy padding on the end of the 6-foot stick. In addition, there was the possibility that the recruit was semi-retarded and did not belong in the Corps in the first place.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just a little.
The man who could kill him with that stick, that padded stick, was me. I'm the only one powerful enough. Like, how can he resist like making himself? He
Right.
managed to kill a mentally challenged person with a stick, a padded stick. How can he resist saying like, I'm the only one powerful enough to do that?
He was a partial Lenny, but he didn't get the tremendous strength of his people. We can leave it in, Jamie. They know the kind of person I am.
Look, I think you classed it up with the Hemingway. That's fine.
Yes, the Hemingway of Gen X, a victim of an all too typical unethical recruiter who bypassed or cheated the screening process to meet stringent recruiting quotas. So now he's got like notes about their recruiting, about their.
You were 14 and they recruited you in a bathroom and you had to pass the hold my dick test. You don't have moral notes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do, they're about your recruitment.
Yeah. If sorry, don't post in the comments. I mean, Steinbeck. Steinbeck is mice and
Oh,
men.
I thought you were calling me Hemingway for my beautiful words.
Well, I mean that
But
too.
yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Steinbeck did mice and men. Now that you mention it. I mean, I knew the whole time, of course.
I thought this was Laverne and Shirley.
You're
Well,
right.
that comes
Laverne and
later when
Shirley
he
wrote
starts doing
Mice
the
and Men.
disguise stuff.
So that is that chapter. That's basically his CIA recruitment and Marine training.
Why does the Marine thing happen? It's just because they're like, we need to get you skill, like Marine skill, or
That can't be it. They specifically said it.
Yeah, they don't really explain it. He sort of alludes to some sort of undercover op that he was doing. Like he was trying to.
Yeah, he didn't want to blow his cover.
Yeah, he just.
And he gave up on. He quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he quit because it was too
How
hard.
many Americans died because he killed
He's
in the blanket war? Like,
yeah, he sort of wrote himself into a corner because he actually was a Marine for a little bit. And when he told everyone he was a Navy SEAL and a commando, they're like, well, no, you were a radio operator for a month and a half in the Marines. And he's like, right. Because the guy went off the boat. Yeah, okay, let me say, I got recruited to be a super spy. Okay, so this is,
there was a bathroom. The toilet was very small.
but the penis, very, very large.
I mean, that's the trick, actually. You want to get near the
makes it
smaller
look bigger.
urinals. It
Yeah.
makes it look huge. It's Andre the Giant with like a normal beer can. You're like, wow. Oh, you got to use optical illusions. You use every trick you can get. Am I right, folks?
Basic spycraft.
Bill Casey was a master of illusions. I didn't realize until later that his penis only looked that big because of the tiny toilet.
And my small hands wrapped around it. Wait, no, not my. They were big though, huge. It was just that. I'm gonna have to write another book. I love that in his version of the story, he was, for some reason I don't understand, tasked with going as a super spy into the Marine boot camp. So it was his mission to maybe complete it or do something in there. And then even if everything he said happened, he killed or maimed a bunch of Marines from under a blanket like a ghost and then quit. And like,
Yes.
how do you report that? Like when you next meet that guy in a bathroom, he's like, so you Pac-Man'd a bunch of Marines and then you quit? That was your first mission?
Did you complete the mission? No, but there's kids are like crazy. They like make them violent and like they're doing stuff to recruit kids that's like, I don't think super ethical. Anyway, that's my report.
Did you know about the grandma song? I'll tell you about the grandma song.
It's not great. It's almost like a Nazi song. I'll just say it. It sucks. Okay, so successful mission, Frank Dux. I think also he kind of blamed the anti-Semitic thing too. I think things were going well until they're like, we're going to beat you up for being Jewish. And that fucked it all up. And so, yeah, fair enough. I think if everyone is beating you up, it's hard to like do your ninja spy stuff. Chapter 5, Identity. And so this is flash forward to 1993. They're at the Spec War Specialists Conference in San Diego, California.
What was that called?
The Spec Wars Specialists Conference.
This is so early, but my God, please. Spec War Specialist Conference, please have pictures of the people there. Oh, no. Only new ones.
I think this is a real thing with like real military contractors. And
Yeah, I really wanted to see the 1992 one, though.
yeah. Probably a bunch of awesome guys, too, that just like this type of stuff.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No,
You found some?
I've got an important development. Do I have to save it to post it? I might have to save it to post it here. I'm just gonna link in the chat real quick.
Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, canceled. All right.
That's tough.
I'm gonna bet he's the one in blackface.
So
One
it
of the
looks
three.
So it looks like some dudes in like a high school gymnasium, all dressed up in like commando outfits with their camouflage painted on their face. Some of them have like some cool camo patterns, but there's like 5 dudes who just have full black, full black face.
I think Frank Dux is
Wow.
probably the cryptid on the left.
Yeah, he's Babadookin.
It's full Babadook.
All right. So chapter 5, Identities. What the hell, Frank? Do you know everybody here? Keith Adema, a former Green Beret and reputed mercenary, looked up at me, his mouth gaping wider as the list of bigwigs increased. I had just bumped into a quizzical Rear Admiral George Worthington, the retired ex-head of the Navy SEALs. Gorgeous George was balding, with a slight lisp, but he knew his stuff. As far as my experience went, he was a straight shooter. Now he looked like a leaner, handsomer, and more polished version of Terry Bradshaw. He turned over in his hands the prized Mamba knife he had just purchased as he stared. He recognized me, but couldn't quite jog his memory. Don't I know you? He finally asked, giving up. Maybe, I replied. I wasn't offering any information, though. Watching him squirm and struggle was too much fun. It took him a minute or two. By that time, I was headed toward a booth sporting the latest thermal scopes. I wanted to try out some night vision goggles and see if they'd been any improvements over the half-assed junk we'd been stuck with in the past. Blackjack, the Admiral shouted out after me. His memory suddenly jogged. I've lost count of the number of nicknames.
Are we absolutely sure that we're not? What's a sensitive way to say this? That we're not mocking the very young victim of an Epstein-like kidnapping?
Oh, no.
Because every time he meets these very, very strong, handsome men who have a different, a demeaning nickname for him, that they seem to pass him around their network at will. I want to make sure we're on the right side of history here.
Yeah, maybe we should look that up.
Is Frank Dux in the Epstein files? Hold on, as a victim.
Well, this is 1993, so he would have been, how old did that put him? 37, 38? He can have a consenting relationship with a Terry Bradshaw, like.
I mean, it's probably
good for
it
him.
Probably works on jockey rules, like as long as you stay small. No, cut this, cut all that.
He's 6'2". He's a giant.
Sure he is.
Okay. Let's get this back on the rails. This very important podcast. At the thermal scopes, which did show considerable improvement over past versions, I ran into Hal Merriman, the 6'4" brown bear. Hal and I had both operated in Thailand in the past.
Got another bear.
Yep, he had worked for the CIA, been a SEAL, and done a stint as bodyguard for Steven Seagal. Now he was involved with international projects. The list of people who recognized me and the laughs went on. Army Major General John K. Singlob, a former member of the OSS, a number of ex-spooks, and Admiral Smith, a Gulf War commander and the current Big Chief of the SEALs. The last time we'd crossed paths was in Saudi Arabia when I delivered intelligence assets needed for General Norman Schwarzkopf's implementation of a plan to disguise U.S. helicopters as Iraqi copters to penetrate Iraqi airspace. I checked out some joystick video exhibits by Lytton and then headed over toward the diving gear. Near the tanks, I ran into Tony the Tiger, an old friend and former member of the ultra-secret elite unit now dubbed Nest. We had mutual enemies in Panama, where he had been shot and wounded. After recovering due to circumstances and the fickle nature of the business, he ran a brothel in Milwaukee for a while. Now he was a vice president for a Midwest defense-related manufacturer and personally responsible for making sure I was in attendance at the Private SEAL UDT, Underwater Demolition Team reunion party that night. The confusion of my identity was magnified because in the past I had often used doubles. The employment of doubles, however, creates an invisible box meant not only to protect but also to contain covert operatives. It made outside verification of operations and participants almost impossible.
Like clones?
Like
using clones?
like disposable clone bodies.
Yes.
He's sending clones to the the high school reunions of his military crews.
It's so easy, guys. He just finds guys that kind of look like him, brings them in on very, very, very top secret missions, dresses them up like him, sends them in to talk to people he knows, very important, high-ranking military officials.
They don't catch on because they don't pay a lot of attention to him. Oh my God, is this what's his name? Blackjack? Oh, I thought it was Tinkerbell. He's so low self-confidence. He's gonna answer to whatever we call him. Like, watch this power washer. Oh, here he comes.
I feel like if you were just making a home movie and you were just Craigslisting a guy who kind of looked like you for the home movie, that's a half a page of story. This is a guy doing international, like high level, very high danger spy operations. And he's like, yada, yada. I got some doubles. I use doubles sometimes. That's why a lot of people don't recognize me. But here's the cool list of people who did.
And that's also further because I named all of those people by their actual names and ranks, I'm assuming, that if you go ask them, hey, do you know this guy? They'll be like, fuck no. That's because I used a double who did not look like me.
I did find some stuff I couldn't substantiate it of people who like knew Frank Dux from one of these conventions and was like, this fucking guy like acted like people knew him, but like nobody did. And how could they? He's like the guy they made Bloodsport about. He's not a real commando.
I believe he goes to these conventions. That's one of the things I believe.
Sure. But I bet he has a booth where it's like, meet the guy that Bloodsport is about.
Meet Bloodsport.
Oh, hey. Back in Panama, you saved my ass, you son of a bitch. Blackjack.
Okay. So anyway, one cannot imagine the sad but sometimes humorous confusion that can result from using doubles. And I'm glad he's saying one because I know you had a lot of questions, Merritt. One such incident involved Priscilla McDonald of Canon Pictures. During a Showtime promo interview for the movie Bloodsport, the Canon feature film based on my experiences in the Kumite Championship, it took the reassuring presence of Jean-Claude Van Damme to convince Miss McDonald of something as simple as my identity.
And that's because of all of my body doubles.
He uses all the doubles. So
she was confused by the nonstop array of body doubles I had sent to her.
Hi, Priscilla. It's me, Frank Dux. What? Who? The confusion must be because of my doubles.
How sad and humorous for you.
No, listen. At an earlier instance, she had interviewed my double while I was clandestinely abroad. He had alienated her to mask his true identity and to prevent my possible exposure.
You sexually harassed her.
Yeah, the guy who grabbed your butt wasn't me.
He only did that for spy reasons, to keep you from suspecting. You see, your ass just saved America. That's a great line. I got to use that one.
Absolutely. Now, here's a story that, it's not important. Even my military records indicate conflicting identification. One entry lists my military occupational specialty as a communicator, but notes no military communication school attended. According to another account, I'm an intelligence specialist, but documents fail to mention any intelligence training school. And what about my record as a Marine Corps reservist, unconventionally serving the required 130 days of active duty as a recruiter? Yeah, so this is just him, kind of explaining why when you look up his military service, you get no super spy stuff.
Yeah.
Despite him loving to tell people about the super spy stuff.
Or even very impressive normal stuff.
Right.
But what you do get, your ass grabbed by a double, by a clone jutsu.
As I learned from Bloodsport, the movie business can be almost as demanding, detailed, and cutthroat as politics or intelligence work. And these guys weren't missing a thing, including me. A few years earlier, I would have ignored their encouragement to talk. Revealing my history would have seemed unpatriotic, cowardly, and foolhardy. The intelligence community thrives on secrecy and deception, and I believed that clandestine operations were absolutely necessary to protect the national interest. Since the CIA was forbidden by Congress to direct or carry out domestic operations, I was convinced of the necessity of the soldiers of the twilight, independent such as myself, and blind to the ultimate consequences personally and publicly. However, my views have changed.
Do you think he calls himself a soldier of the twilight when he's doing the blackface with his?
That's how they got the name.
That's what we call us, the Soldiers of the Twilight show. I mean, squad.
Pirate! A voice rang out. It was my turn to be surprised. The short, wiry guy moved quickly, particularly because he limped and carried a cane. Bucky! I exclaimed in delight as he wrapped me in an enthusiastic hug that took the breath out of me. Bucky and I had a number of adventures together, including special duties in Central America. We'd survived Somozistas, Sandinistas, and Contras, not to mention the ineptitude of our own side. Whoever that might have been, sometimes we weren't sure. In fact, we'd nearly died together so many times that we often joked that if one of us ever hit the dirt, the other would go at the same time. I was glad to see that Bucky had survived and hadn't lost any of his unique charm. If I know you, that cane's not just a cane, I commented. I was right. It turned out to mask a blade, and Springlock, that once released, turned its silver head into something close to a medieval mace.
he's got a comical, waddling, secret mace wielding. I assume dwarf. I assume like we're specking into other races.
Yeah, I just can't even picture my head. I know it must exist. He probably found it in a spy magazine, but the idea of a cane that turns into a sword, fine. A mace is fucking stupid.
I love that they're so in love they will go at the same time.
Yes.
I like that he's given himself like a comical sidekick that surely doesn't exist. This isn't a real person.
Well, he's pirate now. He was Blackjack a few minutes ago.
He's pirate, Blackjack, Tinkerbell.
Yep.
Whatever.
Tinkerbell's real good.
Power washer. I forget if I made that one up.
No, that sounds right. Bucky's grin let me know I was right on target. You know me, pirate. I like the satisfaction of a personal effort more than some impersonal explosives. Keith joined us, shaking his head in amazement. You worked with Frank too? Frank? Bucky didn't know me by that name. The guy who was going to die with him forever didn't know his real name.
Didn't know his real name.
Okay, but this gets better. Keith gestured at me. Frank Dux, this sorry son of a bitch. Bucky's mouth almost hit the floor. You're Frank Dux? The Frank Dux? The one Van Damme tried to impersonate in Bloodsport? I'll be damned.
The one Van Damme utterly failed to capture the sexual majesty of? I had no idea what he looked like, but I assume that's the case.
Oh, incredible. This guy, he saw Bloodsport and he's like, I know the guy this movie's based on. He's the only one who did.
He must have kept the Kumite secret from him the whole time, too. Also, just this is why you don't go to spy conventions, because somebody's going to come up and be like, Frank, and you're like, God damn it, you just blew like eight different covers right there.
Yeah, all those guys are on missions.
I thought this guy's name was Blackjack. I've been calling him Tinkerbell. Your name's Frank? Everybody knows him, even if they don't know him. What a perfect liar. What a beautiful liar.
5-finger death punch, fuck yeah, secret man. Karate, fuck yeah, shit, punch and kick. I fucked your dad, what the what, nothing damn. Don't force me to, I'm a dick. Oh yeah, there's punching and kicking and fighting and beating and licking and punching and spying and licking, yeah. Secret man. I'm a Van Damme. Fuck your mom. Sorry, shut up. I'm a secret man.